Hey friend, Henry Flowers here. So listen, there's a friend of mine who lives way on the other coast, and she has just been through some rough patches in her life, to say the least. I mean, when you come out, you wake up one morning and then your husband just says, "Hey, I don't want to be married anymore." Like, this is real, like, tragedy in your life, and you weren't prepared for it. You didn't see it coming. It came out of nowhere, and now you're destitute on your own. You got to find some place to go. See, this is a young lady who is in crisis. And here's an opportunity for people to really show up in her life in a powerful way. And for those of you who believe in the name of Jesus Christ, and those of you who claim the name, and especially when it comes to evangelism, listen, here's an opportunity to be the gospel to somebody who's in the toughest times of their life. But yet she's got people who are just sending text messages talking about how much they love her and support her. And through this, all of these months that have gone by where she's gone through this, these same people who claim to have love for God, love for her, simply won't pick up the phone to call. Yet they want to send text messages or they want to send emails. Man, listen, this is a friend of mine. Right? She and I have been friends and have never actually met in person. But we've been friends for like more than 8 years or something. But in her time of grief, I didn't simply say to her, "Hey, be warmed and filled. I hope God blesses you and I'll pray for you." No, I had a way to actually help her. I wrote a check. This woman's destitute. I wrote a check. Yes, I cleared it with my people and make sure everything was okay to avoid the appearance of evil. But I showed up in her life in a real way. But yet these are people who are her in-laws and people who are quote unquote her family, and they want to pick up the phone and send a text message or an email. Man, miss me with that stuff, man. See, this is where we miss it as believers, where you have a real opportunity to show up in somebody's life in a real way. Go cut their grass. Sister, I know your boyfriend left you and you're a single mom. Hey, listen, when's the next time you need a babysitter? I'll be there for you. Or the guy who's at the grocery store waiting. And finally, he sees the young lady who's got the 3 kids and she don't have enough for groceries and she's putting stuff back that she can't pay for. And that guy leaps to the counter and say, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. Is there something else you need? If there's anything else you need, go back and get it. I'll pay for that too." That's how believers are supposed to show up in the lives of people on a regular basis, my friend. There's a life that Christ wants us to live that it's possible that you are missing out on. And that life is a life that shows up with power, abundant life. And we're missing out on it because we're not showing up for people in real ways. My friend, these things ought not to be so. We got to be better, Christians. In these last days, we got to do better. And we got to not just preach the gospel, we got to be the gospel. And sometimes you got to write a check. Come on now. Click right there to subscribe. 'Cause I'm coming back. I ain't going nowhere.